So let's resume our discussion. Okay? So gaya ng sabi ko kanina, sa relation, meron dapat set of rule or meron kayong condition wherein this one is a subset of this one is a superset of this one. So yun yung mga rule or condition na kailangan nyo sundin bago nyo masabing they are in relation. If those rule or condition are not met, then that's the time that we could say that this set is not related or is not R to this set. Okay? So, yun na naman pinag-iba. So, for you to appreciate this one, so we have an example. So, a relation as a subset. Okay, so we have a set A wherein it contains element 1 and 2, and then set B wherein it contains element 1, 2, 3. Okay, and define a relation R from A to B as follows. So given any element x, y is an element of A times B, meaning, so here's the condition. Before we can say that x is related to y, x is related to y, or x and y is in relation, okay, or x and y is an element of relation, means that you have to follow or you have to meet this condition. Okay, so x minus y divided by 2 is an integer. Okay, so if this condition were not met, then you can see that x is not related to y. But if this one is met, then we can say that x is related to y. Okay, so here are the questions. So state explicitly, so let me just highlight this one. State explicitly which ordered pairs, which ordered pairs are in A times B and which are in R. Okay, so second question is 1 related to 3? Is 2 related to 3? Is 2 related to 2? And then last one is what are the domain and codomain of R? Okay, so first one, state explicitly which ordered pairs are in A times B and which are in relation. So we have a solution in here wherein we've got all the ordered pairs. So just basically, get the ordered pairs, so A times B. So we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then 2, 3. So where those elements came from? From here. Okay, so we just get the ordered pairs. So here we have the set A multiplied to set B. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then 2, 3. Okay. The next one is to determine explicitly the composition. Baba ko lang to. Composition of R. Examine each ordered pair in A times B to see whether its elements satisfy the defining condition for R. Okay? So, nasagutan na to pinakauna, yung 1, 1 natin. So, 1, 1 is an element of R because 1 minus 1. So, follow nyo lang tong condition na to. X minus y divided by 2. So 1, which is your x, and then another 1, which is your y. So 1 minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0 out of 2, or 0 divided by 2. Wherein if you're going to simplify this one a little bit more, you'll get 0. Wherein 0 is an integer. Okay, so ito yung another condition natin. Dapat yung result mo is an integer. Okay? So since ang result neto is integer, so that's the time that we could say that 1 is related to 1, or x is related to y. Okay, or this ordered pair is related with each other. Okay, how about the second one? Is 1 related to 2? So kung gagamitin natin yung calculator, okay, so 1 minus 2 is negative 1 divided by 2, wherein you will get negative 0.5. So is this an integer? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So this is not an integer, so this is fraction. So integer are whole numbers only. So we could say that 1, 2 is not in relation. is not an element, nangalang kompletohin natin, is not an element of R. So supposedly, kuwan na lang to dapat slash R, pero wala akong mahanap na R na symbol dito. So yan, ito na yun, is not. Because, lagay ko na nga lang dito para mabilis. So 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. Negative 1 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.5. Okay, which is not an integer. Okay. How about the third one? Is 1, 3, or is this ordered pair related with each other? 1,
Yes, sir.
So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Divided by 2 is negative 1. So negative 1 is a whole number. So they are related with each other. So 1, 3 is an element of relation because 1, 3. So bear with me. So mas mabilis sana to kapag word ang gamit. This one is negative 2 divided by 2 is equal to negative 1. Okay, which is an integer. Okay, how about the fourth one? 2, 1. Is 2, 1 in relation?
No, sir.
So 2 minus 1 is 1 divided by 2 is 1 half. Wherein it will lead us to fraction. Is not an element of relation R because 2, 1 divided by 2 is negative 1 half. 0.5. Negative pala to. Negative 0.5 and then positive 0.5, which is not an integer. Okay, how about the fifth one? Is
Sir, in
2, 2.
relation.
So they are in relation since 0 divided by 2 is 0. So 2, 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Divided by 2 is 0, which is an integer. Okay, how about the last one? So is 2, 3 an element of relation?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is not in relation since we'll get a result of negative 1 half. 2, then you will get negative 1 half, which is negative 0.5. Ang ulit. 1, 2, 2, 3, 9. Okay, which is not an integer. Alright, so next one. So dito na natin sagutan. Oops, meron pala dito. Okay, ito na lang. So is 1 related to 3? So tandaan nyo lang, ito yung equation natin.
Yes, sir.
Tayin ko na lang to para kita. Oops. Yan, yung condition. So is 1 related to 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1, which is an integer. This one is 2. How about the second one? Is 2 related to 3?
False, sir.
So 2 minus 3 is negative 1 divided by 2 is negative 1 half, which will lead us to fraction. So this one is false. How about the last one? Is 2 related to 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 divided by 2 is still 0, which is an integer. Okay, so let us see what are the domain and codomain of R. So when we say domain, those are the X, and then when I say codomain, those are the Y's. Okay, so balikan natin to. Okay, so kung papansin ninyo, ito yung X natin, ito rin yung Y naman natin. Okay? So meron yung iba dyan, pinagbabaliktad wherein B to A as follows. And then, X and Y is an element of B times A. So pag ganun yung nangyari, yung X nyo na is ito, and then yung Y nyo na is ito. So X is the domain, and then Y is the codomain. Okay? So in here, we could say that the domains are 1, 2. Codomain are 1, 2, and then 3. Diba? 1, 2, 3. Okay? Or pwedeng dito kayo mag-base, pero mas matagal nga lang. Kunin nyo lang lahat ng mga elements na nauuna, which is this one. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. So, yun, maraming na ulit. So, yung domain lang natin dito is 1 and 2. So, same with this one. Pag codomain, kunin nyo lang yung pangalawa, which is 1, 2, and then 3, and then 1, 2, and 3 again, which will lead you to this one. So, domains or the X are 1 and 2, and then codomains are 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So, any questions so far or any clarification regarding with this one?
Sir.
Sir, is codomain the same as range?
Yes, yes, yes. Codomain or range, same lang sila. Okay, this is another term. Any other clarification? The range and the domain. Okay, so wala. Bale, sobrang dali lang nito. So nakita nyo. So you'll be having a quiz again. So quiz on a relation as a subset. So this one is quite similar. Okay, naiba lang yung mga values. Okay? So iwanan ko na to sa inyo. So again, wala pa to sa canvas. Gagawin ko pa lang mamaya. So isolve nyo muna sa paper and then sagutan nyo na lang mamaya sa canvas kapag natapos ko nang gawin. Okay? Alright, so next one. Example, the circle relation. Okay, so define a relation C from R to R. So R to R here are the real number to real number as follows. For any element X and Y is an element of R times R, or real number times real number. So X and Y could be an element of C, means that X squared plus Y squared is equal to 1. So here's the condition. So we could only say that X and Y are related with each other, or R times R are related with each other if this condition were met. Okay? So letter A, we have the domain and then the range, or we have the domain and then codomain. So is 1, 0 an element of circle relation?
Yes, sir.
So 1 squared
Yes,
is
sir.
1 plus 0 squared is still 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So A is 2. Okay, how about letter B? Is 0, 0 an element of circle relation?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So 0 squared is still 0.
No, sir.
Okay, so 0 plus 0 is 0, wherein 0 is not equal to 1. So this one is false. How about the third one?
True, sir.
This one is true. Okay? Since 1/2 raised to 2 is ilan?
One.
Positive 1/4. Okay? Positive 1/4. And then, square root nyo ulit to. So, tatanggalin nyo lang yung square root dito. Wherein, teka lang. Good thing kakabili ko ng board. Mahirap kasi. So, 1/2. So, square root of 3 divided by 2. Alright. So, kita nyo ba? O nakabaliktad?
Tama lang, sir.
Yan naman, sir.
Nababasa nyo? Or nakabaliktad dyan? Naka-flip ba? Hindi
Tama lang,
naman.
sir. Hindi naman po, sir.
Okay. So, pag in-squared nyo ito, itong 1/2, so makukuha yung result is positive 1/4. Kapag in-squared nyo rin to, imagine na lang nyo na mayroong square dito. And medyo magulo pa. So, tanggalin nyo lang yung square root and then mai-squared na yung nasa denominator. Wherein, it will give you 3/2 raised to 2. Wherein 3 divided by 2 raised to 2 is 3/4. So, 1/4 and then 3/4. So, ito na yung pinaka-final na simplification nila. So, 1/4 plus 3/4 is 1. Tama? Kung naguguluhan kayo,
Yes, sir.
gamitin nyo lang yung calculator nyo, okay?
Yes, sir.
Kayang-kaya nyo i-manual yan. So, letter C is true. Okay, how about letter D? Is negative 2
No,
in
sir.
relation with 0?
No, sir.
So, negative 2 raised to 2 is positive 4. So, dito pa lang masyado ng malaki yun. So, 4 plus 0 is not equal to 1 anymore. So, this one is false. How about letter E? Is 0 in relation with negative 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 0 squared is still 0. Negative 1 raised to 2 is positive 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So this one is true. How about letter F? Is 1 in relation with 1?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. This will give you a result of 2, which is not equal to 1 anymore. Okay, how about letter G? What are the domain and codomain of C?
1, 1, sir.
Domain. Okay, so what are our domains?
Set of all real numbers, sir.
Set of all real numbers. Matatagalan tayo dito eh. So, ito yung pinaka-hint nyo kung ano yung ginamit na variable wherein or a category of numbers or set of numbers, yun yung ilalagay nyo. So, yung nauna is R, yung pangalawa is R pa rin. So, we could say that both domain and codomain are set of all R or set of all real numbers. Okay? Ayan. Alright, so are we clear on that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's good. So again, expect after the example, we'll be having a quiz after that one. Okay, so same lang yan, iba lang yung number. So, check ko lang kung ako naintindihan nyo talaga or hindi. Okay, so iwanan ko muna sa inyo to for 10 seconds or 15 seconds para ma-check. Baka may mali. Or baka may clarification. Okay, so next one is arrow diagrams of a relation. Okay, so in arrow diagrams, so gagamit na kayo ng mga arrows. Supposedly, magdodrawing na kayo dito. Pero since online distance learning na nga to, so pre-made na yung mga sagot or hindi na kayo magdodrawing mismo. Hindi kasi kayo pwede makapag-draw sa canvas eh. And then, one thing, kapag nagpapasaman ako via paper, ang pinaka-ayaw ko kasi minsan hindi ko maintindihan. Kasi yun na nga, hindi ko naman nila lahat pangit yung sulat ng iba and then minsan, sasabihin nila, ganito po yan sir. Pero parang ang layo naman ng number. Pero ang labo doon. So, kino-consider ko na lang kahit hindi ko alam na mali naman pala talaga yung sagot niya. Tataka sila, bakit mali ito sir? Bakit ganyan? So, eto, yung mga drawing na to is pre-made na. All you have to do is choose a letter. May multiplication choice na tong gagawin ko na lang dito. Okay? So, suppose R is a relation from a set A to a set B. So, the R diagram for R is obtained as follows. So, we have two properties or two rules. So, the first one is represent the elements of A as points in one region and the elements of B as points in another region. So, papansin niyo meron tayong Venn diagram dito and then another Venn diagram. Okay? Then, second properties or second rule is for each X in A and Y in B, draw an arrow from X to Y if and only if X is related to Y by R. Symbolically, draw an arrow from X to Y if and only if, so parang naulit lang dito yun, X is related to Y. So here's the first rule. So magdodraw lang kayo ng arrow from X to Y if they are in relation, or if they are related with each other. Okay? So second properties or second rule, if and only if X and Y is an element of relation. So basically same thought lang tong dalawang to. Okay? Magkaiba lang yung way of saying. Alright, so para mas maintindihan nyo to, we have an example here. So let A as a set, and then we have an element of 1, 2, 3 in that A, and then B as a set, and then has an element of 1, 3, 5. And define relations S and T from A to B as follows. So for all elements of X and Y, would be an element of A times B. Okay? And then X and Y would be only in relation with each other or an element of relation S. Okay, so sana hindi kayo maguluhan dito. Pag ginawa nating S, ibig sabihin relation S na to. Ito naman kanina, ginawa lang nating C, ibig sabihin relation C na to. Okay? Ganon din dito sa isa, relation T na rin to. Okay? Ito yan, relation T. Means that X is less than Y. Okay? So inulit lang dito, S is a less than relation. Okay? So, dito dapat mas konti yung X, mas malaki yung Y for us to say that they are in relation with each other. Okay? So, draw an arrow diagrams for S and T. So, we have the Venn diagram for S here, or set S, and then the Venn diagram for letter T. Okay? So, take note, this is a set, this is also a set, and then this is the set S that will be made from those two sets. Okay? Okay, so kailangan ko lang ng shapes and then arrow. So yung condition natin is X should be less than Y. So can I do this one? Palitan ko lang yung thickness, masyadong kulay. So make it yellow or green. Ayan. So, can I do this one? 1 is related with 1.
No,
No,
sir.
So, why not? Bakit hindi?
Sir, equal sila pero hindi sila less than.
Okay, that's good. So, ito yung pinakamahalaga lagi sa relation. So, lagi yung tatandaan pag relation, hanapin niyo yung condition. Okay, meron lagi tayong condition bago natin masabing they are in relation. How about this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 is less than 3. Okay? Oops. Okay. So, how about this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1 is also less than 5. Copy ko ulit. So, tapos na tayo sa 2. How about this one?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, another one. So, this one.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, medyo magulo na. Isin nyo na lang. Ganyan talaga kasi wala tayong board. This one.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, ito na lang yan. Okay? So, out of those relation or out of those sets pala, sorry, meron tayong nabuong relation wherein we have an ordered pair 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, and then 3, 5. Okay? Next one, letter T. So we have Ito, wala ng condition. Okay, ito yung pinakamadali. Okay? So, wala siyang condition, pero kailangan nating lagyan ng arrow. Ito, ibig sabihin, sa T na to, considered nyo na may relation yung 2 at 1 nyo. And then 2, and then 5. So, just simply do this one. So, 2, 1. 2, 1. And then 2, 5. So, ito yung ordered pairs ng set T natin. Okay? So, ganun lang naman sa arrow diagrams. So, instead of using the symbol R, so na yun, or symbol, ito, symbol R for relation. So, gagamit tayo ng arrow. Okay? And then also with the use of a Venn diagram. Okay? So, next one is, of course, quiz ulit. Okay? So, quiz on arrow diagrams of a relation. So, ang pinoproblema ko, kung paano nyo to gagawin. So, napaka-obvious. Drawing. Okay, sige, gagawin ko dahil ng paraan mamaya. Okay, sige. Baka multiple choice na lang siguro talaga to. Pipili kayo kung ano ba dito yung correct na Venn diagram. So, sige, discuss ko lang ng konti. So, x divides y. Dapat ang makukuha nyong sagot is whole number. Okay? Para matawag nyong they are in relation. Kapag hindi whole number yung nakuha nyo, then they are not in relation. Meaning, hindi nyo na siya isasama doon sa Venn diagram nyo na may arrow pa. So, yung may arrow lang doon is yung mga nasa relation lang. Okay? So, na-imagine nyo na ba kung ano yung mga yon? I hope hindi kayo ma-confuse. Super easy lang na ito. So, we now have a total of 3 quiz. So, madadagdagan pa ito mamaya. Pero madadali lang lahat yan. So, ito, ibig sabihin lang na ito such that, okay, kasama to sa notation natin doon. So, x divides y such that x is a whole number. Oops, mali. X result is a whole number. Ngayon na nakita ko yun. Such that the result is a whole number. Yeah, result is a whole number. Oops. Yeah. Result is a whole number. Okay? Any clarification so far? Wala.
None, sir.
Okay, so next one.
Answer.
So let's move on to functions. So when we see function, so a function f from a set A to a set B is a relation with domain A and codomain B that satisfies the following two properties. So balikan lang natin itong relation. So basically this one is a function already if those two properties are met. So parang meron tayong by default, bago nyo masabing function yung relation na yon or ordered pair na yon kapag na-meet niya tong dalawang requirements na to. Okay? So sabi dito, first requirement, for every element x in A, there is an element y in B such that xy, for element xy is an element of f. So, medyo magulo no, masyadong technical. Okay. Pero mamaya magigets nyo rin yan. Number 2, for all elements x in A and y and c in B, y and z in B, if element xy is an element of f or function, and x is an element of function, then y is equal to z. So sabi dito, bago nyo masabing element yung ordered pair xy at saka xz, dapat equal yung codomain nila. Okay? So, medyo magulo pa rin. Kasi wala pa tayong example. Okay? Or, pwede nyo gamitin itong another properties na to. Okay? So, ito yung technical term. Parang ito yung kasi galing sa libro to. Napya ko lang. Pero ito yung parang mas in layman's term. Kumbaga. So, properties 1 and 2 can be stated less formally as follows. So, a relation f from A to B is a function if and only if every element of A is the first element of an ordered pair of F. So dapat yung A mo is yung first element, hindi pwedeng second. Okay? And then no two distinct ordered pairs in F have the same first element. Okay, so dapat daw, kapag meron ng partner yung Y mo, isa lang yung partner niya sa X. Hindi pwedeng yung partner mo sa Y is dalawa yung, let's say, sa isang X, dalawa yung partner niya. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Okay, so one good example of this one is function tayo. Okay. Okay, so meron akong grade. Name muna pala. Name of a student. And then meron akong grade ng estudyante. Okay, let's say we have John, Michael, Angelo. John, Michael, Angelo. Parang meron kilalang ganito. Okay, so si John, meron siyang grade ng 75. Si Michael, meron siyang grade ng 86. Si Angelo, meron siyang grade ng 95. Oh, patalino ng patalino. Okay? So we could say that John is a function with this pair. John having a grade of 75. Pero, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin, John has a grade of 75 and then at the same time, John has a grade of 86. So dapat, iisa lang yung grade ni John. Okay? So first element na to, which is ito yon. And then, dapat iisa lang yung grade niya. Hindi pwedeng grade niya na is 75 and then may grade pa siyang isa which is 86. Okay? Pero, pwede yung ganito. Pwedeng yung grade ni John is 75, yung grade din ni Michael is 75 din. Pwedeng yung grade din ni Angelo is 75 din. So, papansin niyo, pwedeng maraming papunta sa letter Y, pero iisa lang dapat yung nasa letter X. So, yun yung isang way para malaman nyo kung function ba talaga siya. Or, parang common sense na to eh. Kasi, di ba, as a person, dapat isa lang yung nanay mo. Okay? Hindi pwedeng ikaw, dalawa nanay mo. Pero yung nanay mo, pwedeng dalawa yung anak niya. Okay? Parang ganon. Pwedeng 5 yung anak niya. Okay? Another example is, pwedeng ako, hindi ako. Yung iba, pwedeng, or dapat, isa lang yung boyfriend at saka girlfriend nila. Okay? Hindi na yun magpa-function kapag 2 or 3 na yung girlfriend mo or boyfriend mo. Okay? So I hope na-gets nyo yung concept. So dapat yung ikaw, yung nasa una, yung nandito, isa lang ang partner mo. Pero yung pangalawa, pwedeng marami siyang partner. Okay? So no two distinct ordered pairs in F have the same first element. So sa first element, isa lang dapat ang partner niya. Pero yung second element, pwedeng marami siyang partner. Okay, so notation. So if A and B are sets and F is a function from A to B, then given any elements X in A, the unique element in B that is related to X by F is denoted F of X, which can be read as F of X. Okay, so notation lang naman to, wherein ang pagbasa dito is F of X. Okay, so example, mamaya na to. Okay, so meron na lang tayong 1 minute. So again, break ulit tayo. 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, patapos na tayo. Meron na lang 4 slides. So mamaya siguro mga 10 minutes na lang tayo mamaya. Alright, so bye-bye for now. Yung mga question, tanungin na lang ulit mamaya. Okay?
Sir.
So break.
Hi, sir.
Okay, so bye-bye for now.
Hi, sir.